Hey everyone, welcome in this new video. In today's video, I will show you how to use the waves in battlebay. Now, there are a lot of guides on YouTube, like we have Kurora's guide, we have other people's guides, and now you have my guide, and you can see how I use the waves. You can use it to jump, you can use it to take cover, like I do here, and you can evade railgun shots with this. You can evade airborne projectiles like I do here again. And it's just a crucial strategy in order to defeat your opponent. Because if you don't do it correctly, you can either die or sink or whatever. So this is an important strategy, and here you can see it again. He shot accidentally against the wave because my ship was on higher level, and overall you can just see like how important this all is. Hitting your stun bolt accurately, be patient. And you can see this is just how important it is. Here you can see me using the waves again in order to avoid damage. There I avoided the explosive cannon and I killed my friend Sparku. Now you probably ask, is Speeder the only ship able to do this stuff? My answer to that is no. And Kurora showed how to do it only with the Speeder. But I'm gonna show you how to do it with Speeder, Interceptor, potentially even Fixer, if you want to see that one day. You can do this strategy with any ship almost, even Shooter, but that's more difficult. And yeah, but he didn't show you how to do that stuff. And that is something disappointing. So I thought I'm gonna make a guide too, but a more effective one. And that is this one. So have fun watching this. And as an enforcer versus an enforcer, well, you gotta use your agility, and sometimes you have to play defensively or offensively, depending on the situation. If the target's low HP, you push. If the target's like full HP, you just don't push. You play defensively, like I do right here. Unfortunately, my start here was very bad, and if my friend had like 5k HP too, he would have totally beaten me here. He would have just totally beaten me here. Because you can see he already had an advantage here. And I was just so bad. I was so awful in this position. I was absolutely god awful. But I gained HP over time. And this is the reason why you want Tesla Shield. You're gonna see that soon. I used the Tesla Shield, blocked the flare gun. Was stunned for a few seconds. Boom. Bang. Dodge the flare again. If you're patient, you can win most of the fights. Now, the question is, some people may ask, how do you dodge a railgun shot as an enforcer? I keep getting hit by railgun shots. Marine, what do I do? That's the main question that most people have, and the most difficult part about playing enforcer. Because this is also about the Enforcer. This is not only about the magic speeder stuff. No. We talk about every ship here. Now, let's get started. Except for the Guardian and the Defender, of course, because no one plays those classes. I mean, let's be honest. Anyways, how do you dodge things as an Enforcer? That's what you guys ask. Well, one of the ways to, like, avoid railgun shots is by surfing behind the waves. That's about it. There's nothing difficult about it. Like, look. You would think that it is more difficult to do so, but once you started doing it, it becomes actually really, like, easy. Like, you just use your overboost, and you surf behind the waves, and use the wave as some sort of shield. Like, all you gotta do is follow the wave. Like, think about it as a surfboard, okay? Think about it as a surfboard. And you surf behind that wave with grenade launchers. And you aim them, and you stand behind the seawall. You can't be hit by railgun shots because the wave protects you, but you can hit others with your grenade launcher. And that's how you use the waves. Now, this is a very hard skill to learn, especially when you are about to get attacked from a different side with a railgun. And this is the reason why you have Tesla's shield as a must on the Enforcer, so that you can block that damage and don't get 2k damage. That's the brilliant thing about it. Now, here we are going to review a gameplay where I almost did the exact same damage as my friend in a shooter. And remember, Enforcer is a very hard class to play. No joke there. Now, the main issue that I want to display here as my positioning as an Enforcer, because I'm gonna completely criticize myself right now. I'm gonna pause the video by each mistake that I make. Okay, that's mistake number 1. I get already damage from the grenade. I should have not walked into that. Exotic Magpie doesn't make a mistake. That was a good dodge there. There I should have used my Tesla shield. Decent positioning there. I avoided damage. That was nice wave usage. I dodged the flare again. I'm very good at baiting the flare, by the way. Should not have positioned myself there, because now I'm getting shot probably. Oh wait, no, it was okay there. This was okay. Exposing myself for too long. I should have waited for the flare to, like, be way to delete it. But nope, I didn't wait. And here I practically almost died because of the flare damage. And I just do say that this person just had way better gear than me. That's just the truth, and I lacked the mobility as an Enforcer. Missed the grenade there. Tried to attack him from a different angle, and I died there. Actually, I didn't pause the video every single second, but that's okay. Now, as you guys see, this person did not use a railgun, and I'm surprised he didn't, actually. The second thing that I want to show you is how you can avoid cannons. And this is for the interceptor and the shooter, actually. I mean, the interceptor and the speeder. I can't really show you how to like dodge things as a shooter because it's just too hard, but I'm gonna show you. Now, my friend here, Sparkle, played Fixer with 3 tapes, a flare, and an explosive cannon. I played this setup, which is balanced. Railgun, missile, grenade, sniper. My usual favorite combo. I like using my missile. And I pressed nitro. I kept spamming nitro. Now the waves here are high. The waves here are definitely like... Actually, they are kind of mediocre, but... Here I make the mistake. Rushing in too closely. Marine Force 1, please be more careful next time. And then I did a brilliant move. Like, he came close to me. And it just didn't went well here. Because I was getting shot here. He had more HP than me. I stunned him. I rushed away. And that was the brilliant move that I did here. I launched the missile. I launched the grenade. I used the waves as cover. He couldn't hit me. And then I was too far. I curved a little bit. And he couldn't hit me anymore with the cannons. Why? Because my ship was lower than the cannons fire. And that is how we avoid cannons, guys. If we want to avoid cannons, we gotta stay away from them. And a good blast cannon user can still snipe you from afar if you don't be careful. And I'm not joking there. That is literally a thing. Blast cannon is officially a mid to long range weapon. And that's why it's so amazing. And it's 1 slot point, so it can be equipped on any ship, even the Fixer. Though I don't understand why you would equip an explosive cannon. I mean, a blast cannon on a Fixer, because it's naturally better to have a different cannon on there. It's usually a better idea to have a flare with explosive cannon or a grenade with an explosive cannon, whatever you want, on that ship. Without further ado, let's get further into this video. So, this is how we use the waves as certain ships. I do admit that in some scenarios, it is extremely difficult to use the waves into your advantage, such as mid-fight movies. That one is probably the hardest. And a different map, like, look, like the maps that I'm going to show you here on the random map thing are gonna be the hardest ones to manipulate. Like, look, this one is pretty easy to manipulate. This one is pretty easy to manipulate, and you saw that. This one is also pretty easy to manipulate. Also, this one is already getting a little bit harder. Like, Wayward Paints is already getting a little bit harder. But if you, like, use cover into your advantage as an enforcer or as an interceptor, you retreat, heal back up, you know what I mean? It's not that difficult. Sub-Zero, very easy to manipulate as a speeder. Also kinda as an enforcer. Unless you position completely wrong, then you screw up. Chill Zone is pretty cool to manipulate. Also easy. District 9 is cool for enforcer. And speeder a little bit as well. Crash and burn is easy. First flop. Now, I want to talk specifically about this map. I hate to play in small maps. Let me be very clear on that. This one is so hard to manipulate the railgun. Like, There is almost no chance that you avoid a railgun shot here without using speeder. Like, it's so hard to manipulate these waves. And next up, I want to talk about how to use the waves as a speeder to accelerate faster. How do you do that stuff? I can tell you. I can tell you. Look, the waves can slow you down. But if you like steer upward with the speeder and you are almost at the top of the wave, and then I said almost, you're on the edge of the wave, and you press that magic nitro button, you can just speed dive and skyrocket. Isn't that cool? Like, I mean, come on, man. In these high wave maps, speeder is so fun to play, to be honest. And yeah, that is how you should do it. That's how you play the speeder, and how you use effectively the waves as a speeder. But it isn't that hard, to be honest. And you can do this with interceptor, by the way, as well. You can also skyrocket the interceptor. Isn't that fun? Anyways, enough about that. But now I explained to you how to do that stuff. I didn't completely explain it like in person. Maybe if you guys like want to see part 2 about this, I can teach you. It depends. But I will like do this in a poll so that you guys can vote. But this is how you use the waves as every single ship. And with the shooter, it's just difficult, more difficult. Anyways, I want to give you also some dodging tips. And that is mainly with the grenade launcher, how you can avoid getting grenaded and yeeted out of the map. And yeah, how you can avoid like getting missiled, how you can avoid getting bullseye missiled like Sparku there. And yeah, how to punish mortar spammers. Now, how you want to punish mortar spammers, and this is mainly an issue with the slow ships, especially the Enforcer with like big bandage and shield. How do you get close to a freaking mortar spammer? Well, it isn't that hard. If you close in distance and you have a stun bolt, you have a chance of winning actually. You just gotta play aggressively, come close, and then they're dead because they don't have any weapons on close range. Which is why mortar spam is so bad. People can close in distance really quickly with you. Like Frost Mortar on Enforcer is like one of the most broken setups there. But it's also immediately one of the weakest setups out there. It depends. It depends on how you view it, you know? But mortars, you can just get too close to people and destroy them. However, with grenades, it's something different. That is the same. Or you could fight them at long range. Or you could fight them at like a little bit of distance. Like that they can't immediately hit you and that you can reduce the damage that you get. Try to use the waves in order to evade damage from the grenade. Nitro out of position from the grenade launcher's damaging radius. With cannons, you can just manipulate the waves as well in order to avoid those shots. And with railgun, you basically have just to surf behind the wave and you're safe. And you can use the missile then. And if they then are stupid enough to shoot their railgun at you, the railgun will miss and hit some sort of wall. And then you can choose the railgun and just pick them apart. And that is practically how you use the waves. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here. I hope this was useful for you so now and then. And I wish you all a happy day. Yeah. I hope this was informative. Marine Force One out.